What's up, you motherfathers? I didn't think I was going to be here tonight. Not going to lie to you. It was a late call. It was a late audible. Omaha. And then I got up here. I said, fuck it. Let's do it. We got a little bit of good news today. More on that in a little bit. Let's get going. Waiting for my... All right. I just got the text from the old editor. You're live. So I'm not sitting here muted or having that fucking Oklahoma internet. What's up, new guy? I mean, if you're a new guy finding me in late October as it's the Bermuda that nobody gives a fuck about, kudos to you. Kudos to you. I don't know how you found me, but I'm glad you're here. I'm going to entertain you. We normally do this for about an hour. There will be some Q&A at the end, so make sure to get your question in because you're going to get a chance to win something if you just simply ask a question. And make sure to put a question mark because that's what the bot's going to read, so do that. And we're going to keep it more like 40 minutes tonight. The big guy's got plans. He's got shit he's got to do. So here's my schedule. You see this right here? I'm a high-limit DFS player, and I do a lot of YouTube content. I got bored in my middle age of being retired, and I thought, hey, I should do something with my life, and now I have a YouTube channel. So let's get going. Hey, what the hell's that thing above your head that says fuck counter? Well, let me tell you about it. See, I already said it. I already said fuck. I'm trying not to say fuck so much, and I keep saying it, right? And so every time I say it, I bank $1 up there. At the end, if you if you've asked a question with a question mark, you get to play me one-on-one. You get to play me one-on-one for all the money in the bank, and I'll just PayPal it too if you beat me. Last week, a.k.a. Hollywood, I believe is my dude's name. He won. So we played a heads-up match. I've got it right here on the screen. You can see my dude, a.k.a. Hollywood, I believe, as my dad once said, he messed with the bull, and he got the horns. I whooped his ass. I whooped his ass bad. So I'll be keeping that $22, thank you. So fuck him, and fuck anybody that doesn't like me saying it. I'm kidding. He's a cool guy. That's my guy, a.k.a. Hollywood. I hope he plays me again. I just, you can see we actually weren't that far apart. We had similar roster construction. I made some good pivots. Fleetwood and Horschel basically won it for me, right? So there you go. That's it. So every time I say fuck, more money in the bank. And I'm going to quit saying fuck so much. I got to stop. Okay. So that's what that is. Moving on. That's my girl Rooney right there. She's an old blind lady who's diabetic and has been run over by a car and nobody wanted her. We took her in and she was not looking good this week, but she kind of, due to Viagra, kind of made a pretty amazing recovery. Not out of the woods yet, but feeling optimistic. Good enough that I had enough energy and positive momentum in my day to go ahead and make this recording. So for all of you that have said kind words or pray or send positive thoughts, whatever your thing is, this ain't a fucking religious talk. Okay? Obviously, as I say, fuck. So for all of you that did that, thank you. Rooney, appreciate you. My lady, appreciate you. Whatever you guys did, I don't know if some of you know some magic voodoo, but it went from like looking less than 1% to maybe upwards of 70 or 80% she's coming home. So that's big news for the big guy. So by the way, if you're like, why are you talking about this? Well, I love dogs. Okay. I love animals. I love cats. I love all my dogs. If you can't respect that, if you don't like dogs, you don't like, I don't know. If you can't, I basically spent an inordinate amount of money just to keep my dog alive, maybe for just a few months. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. Because that's my girl. And if you can't relate to that, if you think that's dumb, tell him, Polly.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. All right, let's get going. By the way, when Polly cusses, that doesn't count. That doesn't count when Polly cusses. All right, let's get to it, guys. Contest selection. This is where we always begin, right? If for all of you that are hoping for an overlay, it might happen. You kind of got like the a perfect storm brewing, and I'm not talking about that big ass one brewing out in the Atlantic. I hope you know where Bermuda's at, right? It's just it's way out here, right? You're probably thinking, hey man, that's where the Titanic sank. Well, not quite, but okay, it can be that can be true for you, buddy. But yeah, it is way out there, okay? And there's a little sea storm a brewing, okay? And it could get a little hectic. So you got the sea storm brewing. So people are already like, it's just going to get rained out. I'm not going to play. Plus, it's NBA's back. NFL is mid-season. It's the worst field I've probably ever seen in my life. Like, legit. Like, the biggest name at this tournament is, what, Denny McCarthy? What are we doing? Okay. So, yeah, it's rough. But it was looking like there was going to be some overlays. But here's the golden rule. Right now, if a tournament's about 2/3 of the way full. That's 66.6%. If it's not at that point, it does have a chance at an overlay, right? So when you go here and you see this one is at 17.6, basically it would need to be just at about 12,000. It's not quite there. So this one, the big $20 has a chance at an overlay. This one, the 888, I don't know if you got that kind of bankroll bala, but if you do, I would say overlay is very, very likely in the snowman. It's not even halfway full yet, so that one's very likely. The $200 single entry, no chance at an overlay. 88, no chance at an overlay. Now, they may not fill, but not filling in an overlay are two different things. If you don't know, fucking DM me, okay? Because I'm not going to explain it here. The $5, which most people usually want to see the one that overlays because they're comfortable throwing a bunch of extra lineups in that, no chance it overlays. I don't even see any way it doesn't fill up. So if you really want to chase overlays this week, I think your best bet is going to be going and looking at some double ups. If you don't know, this goes off at 5:15 a.m. tomorrow, Lord's time zone, which is pretty early because if you couldn't just tell from the map, it's way the hell out there in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. That's the one to the east. Okay, so if it's going to go off even earlier, that means it's even more likely that it's not going to be that last minute filling. So I'd encourage you to be up at 5 a.m. Lord's time zone, 15 minutes, and I would be looking at double ups. I'd be looking at satellites. I'd be looking at any weird formats like showdown, tiers, anything like that. And those are probably going to be your best chance at finding little overlays. That would be my advice, right? I in the full week-long classic, I think your only chance is probably the 888. That'd be my bet. I mean, this $20, I don't think it's going to fill, but I don't think it's going to overlay either. So that's my opinion. It could change. We'll have to see how many people get the golf bug tonight. Maybe the 25 people watching this fucking stream will get it. There it is. We're already at 12. We're 6 minutes in. At this pace, I'm going to be broke. And I've already, trust me, I've already had enough bills this week, brother. Okay, moving on. As you can see, I instead of doing a drawing every week, we're just going to start doing it right down in the comments of this. Just go down there. I have a free contest up. The first 200 people, you play in that contest and you win it, you get a free $20 ticket on me next week. Hop in there. It's fun. It's free. And if you win, me and you will make a $20 ticket next week. As you can see, here's last week's results. My dude, Jason Reed, 99, won it. So Teddy, what should we do, Teddy?
Pay that man his money.
You're right, Teddy. We're going to pay that man his money. So, Jason, me and you are building a $20 lineup this week. Teddy says it. I go by it. So, there you go. If you want to be in that and you want to win the one this week and then next week me and you will make a $20 contest, just go hop in. It's down in the details, right? It's right down there. So, go get in there. I hope you put in the details. If not, it'll be in there later, okay? I'll get the editor to tweet it out. Editor, tweet it out if you forgot to put it in there. If you're like, I ain't got the Twitter, well, I don't know. He'll go put it in the description later. Work with me here. All right, let's get to the question of the night, because if you can't tell, we're in a hurry tonight. Hey, new guy, that there's no chance you're a new guy. Have you made your lineups yet? Have you? Look, we're only 10 hours away from tea time, so I can understand you being a little nervous, but you shouldn't make them. You shouldn't do it, new guy. Don't do it, because we got too much stuff to talk about. The first thing we always talk about, and I know you know this because there's no chance you're a new guy, you sweaty bastard, is weather. There it is. And as you can see, the weather is, everybody talks about like, oh my God, it's going to be the worst thing since Hamilton was on St. Neves back in the 1750s. Okay. Weird Hamilton reference. So if you don't know, it doesn't look that bad to me at all. Yes, it's going to be raining. I would be more worried about the thunderstorms than I'd be worried about the wind. As you can see, the winds don't look that crazy at all. Matter of fact, let's go see if Saturday and Sunday look any worse. Wait a second. I'm so confused. Why whenever you look at it like that, what am I missing here? What am I missing? Super forecast, Hogs Bay, and you go look, and okay. Is someone pulling a fast one on me here? Because when you go look at regular forecast, Friday looks pretty brutal. But then when you go look at the super forecast, it's like, nah, I'm just messing with you, bruh. I'm just messing with you. It's going to be average. So, okay. Well, you know what? Let's just go to our buddy, the Weather Channel. A veterinarian today told me that they do weather. So yeah, it looks like it's going to peak at about 10 to 20 mile an hour winds on Friday. So maybe somewhere in between the two things it's showing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it's like because it's out in Bermuda, they're like, what is wind? We don't know how to measure that. We just go off our instincts and the taste of the salt in our mouth coming off the ocean. I don't know. Is that how they talk in Bermuda? I have no idea. So what I see here is I'm more worried about this rain, because here's what's going to happen. If we try to get cute and try to guess how this wind's going to blow, every single day has a big chance of thunderstorms. Every day is showing like, where the hell? Not 10 day. Come on. Weather Channel, get it together. You can see scattered thunderstorms, thunderstorms, scattered thunderstorms, scattered thunderstorms. I think it's going to be a small miracle if they're even able to get in 72 holes, because they can't even push this to Monday and finish because there's going to be scattered thunderstorms, and these guys want to get the hell out of Dodge. So they're definitely not going to stay there till Tuesday to finish this. I think you're looking at a 54-hole event unless they catch a break with some weather, because if this has constant starts and stops with thunderstorms, it's going to be hard to get 72 holes in. Furthermore, if you're trying to guess the weather edge, I don't think you can do that, because just like at the Players, there was a weather edge, but the rain said, fuck your weather edge. It's the opposite of what you think, you motherfather. And so because of that, you got to be careful. I think the sharp play this week is play a weather edge, but just do literally 50% of your lineups with, all guys from the PM AM, and then 50% of your lineups with all the AM PM guys. I think that's super sharp. If you already have guys, you have your player pool of 30 guys you like, well, just go kind of segregate them and do your PM AM guys over here and your AM PM guys over here, and then just keep those in those two pools together, because there's a very good chance that one of these groups, one of these waves is going to completely get blown away, pun intended. So something to consider. And if you just want to do, 25%, and then just do your other 50% as a nice mix, do whatever you want. Okay, but a lot of people that want to play the game are playing the weather edge, and there is a decent chance that one side is going to get a weather edge. What I see here is I see very wet, soft conditions, and I want guys who are sticking some irons. That's what I want, right? Because there's going to be a lot of 125-yard wedge shots, or, for some of us, 7 irons from 125. All right, let's get to ownership. Quickly, if you don't know, you need to know this new guy. We're tracking chalk. For all of you that don't know, we got this thing called Donkey Chalk. And Donkey Chalk is basically the chalk that is like just so extraordinarily high, you're kind of a donkey if you play it. So because of the Donkey Chalk, we're measuring it this year, and we're measuring to see if the Donkey Chalk gets there at a reasonable enough rate to justify playing it. And so far the answer is yes, it does, because it's been chalk 30 so far early in this swing season, right? If you want to know what happened last week, Rory was my top one, Donkey Chalk. Some would say he did good. He won the fucking tournament, so that's pretty solid. Aaron Wise, Donkey Chalk. How about a nice 6th place? And it's not just that he got 6th. Look at the 2 pivots off of him. Griot and Siwoo Kim. Not good, Bob. Not good. And then Keith Mitchell. Keith Mitchell didn't even play well. He was Donkey Chalk, who played like Donkey Chalk, and he still beat the 2 pivots off of him. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Donkey Chalk is getting there. You can see my primary pivot, I try to make somebody that's roughly half the ownership of the Donkey Chalk, and then the pivot number 2 is like a crazy punt that's near them, that's literally like 1/3 their ownership or even further down, like a true punt, right? A huge pivot. And you can see the top price guy, whether that was Sam Burns, Patrick Cantlay, Rory McIlroy, Sung J M, they just keep getting there. So you can see out of the 5 events we've measured so far, only once has the pivot, the primary pivot, beat the Donkey Chalk, and the crazy pivot hasn't beat him once for the most expensive guy. Donkey Chalk number 2, the middle, because I try to do a top price guy, a kind of high middle, and then a middle guy. Sometimes it doesn't work that way because you got to kind of go where the chalk is. You can see that middle guy, he's basically 50-50 so far, so you'd be better pivoting off of him. And Donkey Chalk number 3 is ahead of the curve. He's hitting about 70% of the time. So far, Donkey Chalk is smashing. So I think the point is here, this is really going to test your gumption, brother, is this. If you are dedicated to living that non-Donkey Chalk life, you got to just keep pushing through and know that these numbers are probably going to find their level in the long run. If you've never been married to the idea of avoiding Donkey Chalk, then maybe this is all the evidence you need to know to eat a little bit, right? Because I'm pretty sure the lineup that won the $20 and the $5 last week both had Rory and Wise in it. So, I think the key is to maybe play some Donkey Chalk and then really learn the art of the pivot in other spots, because I think it was Brick 75. He almost won the $5, I believe, if he didn't. And I remember looking at his lineup, and he had Rory and Wise, but his other 4 were just like really good pivots. I think it was like Billy Ho and Fleetwood, and I'm going off of memory here, but I just remember thinking to myself, what a really good lineup, right? He ate a little bit of chalk, but he pivots so much everywhere else that he still had this lineup that was, quite different than most people in the tournament, and it gave him some leverage to go win the tournament. I don't think he ended up winning. I kind of quit looking when I realized I wasn't going to win, but I just remember looking up there at one point and thinking, oh, damn, good lineup, Brick. So there you go with that. By the way, I do my own ownership projections. If you want to see how I'm doing, well, you can see we kind of measured some of the best in the industry, the people that put it out. Here is where it's at. So whenever I talk about ownership, I'm only going to be showing you my rough draft tonight. I go do a final draft after this stream for my Discord. But as you can see, I spend a lot of time on it. I'm a sweaty bastard. It's pretty good. So if you're coming here for the ownership, it's probably a good place because to me, ownership is the single most important thing in PGA DFS golf. So here we go. Let's get to probably the most important thing this week. It is... I just realized I don't even have the chat up. Don't forget to get your questions up there, right? Questions are up there for. Make sure to get a question mark in because that's how you get. That's how you get in the little drawing at the end. So here we go. Here's our highest owned guys this week, and I got to tell you, my first takeaway from this is nobody's really that chalky this week, right? We've been dealing with guys in the 30s and the 25s and the 28s so regularly. To see only one guy above 20 and only 4 guys above 15 was kind of like. Okay, which is nice because in a tournament like this where all these guys suck equally, I think that's about how it should be, right? And so let's just go talk about some of them, and let's see. Denny McCarthy at 21%, the highest owned guy. He's basically, 2 full spots above, or two times the ownership of some of the guys right around him. And there's that whole middle ground where he's Denny McCarthy. So if you don't know where this is going, you don't know me. Denny McCarthy is. He's definitely donkey chalk. What are you doing? Denny McCarthy. You go play 21% Denny McCarthy, okay? Because he can putt, and his last 2 times out, he's been getting good approach. It's Denny McCarthy. Go ahead, though. I get it. I get it last week when, Rory is Rory. He is a different level of golfer than, like, every other golfer in the world right now. I get playing that. I really do. Denny McCarthy is, like, on any given day, he's the 50th best person in this tournament. And you're going to go play him at 21%? You do you, boo. You do you. But just so you know, that's the definition of... Donkey choke. All right, Mark Hubbard, I thought was going to be the mega steam this week. I thought when I put my ownership out, he'd be like 28%. I actually do think he's a better golfer than everybody here. I probably should call him donkey chalk, but you know what? I think just because I want to play him and I'm a biased SOB, I think I'm just going to give him, he's just going to be chalk, right? Right? You agree? Okay. And then let's get down to Callum Tarrant. Callum Tarrant was a guy that I initially liked, and there's a reason that he's chalky this week because, like, he's good and he has a lot of upside. But at the same time, he's literally coming in 2 or 3 times higher owned than the guys around him. And anytime that's the case, and your name's Callum Tarrant, you know what you become? You become donkey chalk. So I can't do it. I can't do it, right? Thomas Dietrich, the highest priced guy on the slate, coming in at 16.5%. You're probably thinking to yourself, oh, well, that's chalk. But you also got to remember, like, his ownership is basically just the exact same as everybody else around him because we know one rule in fantasy golf. The people like to spend their salary. So because of that, I actually think he is okay. He's okay chalk, right? I have to say, I think he's okay chalk. Okay, I agree. Same with Justin Lauer. Like 15% is a little high, but like it's not a deal breaker. That's about what that range should be, just based on basic, people just randomly going up there and selecting somebody. So my boy Justin Lauer, he's gonna get he's gonna get some okay chalk. Now this one's gross. Josh Bramlett is literally 3-4 times ownership of guys right around him. He's Josh Bramlett and he's 7,500. What on earth are we doing? What are we doing? It's Josh wait, Joseph. I can't even say his name right. Joseph Bramlett. Sorry, Joe. That's how bad you are. I don't even know your name. You can beat me at golf. I'll give you that. I hope you're watching the stream. I would play you. Just so you know, Joe, I like you, but I'm not going to play you at 15%. You are definitely donkey chalk, brother. Seamus is right there. He's just relative to the guys around him, so he's definitely he's okay chalk. Robbie, I mean, this one, he's not too high, but I just think he's overpriced. I thought he's a $7,800 golfer. So the fact that he's 14%, there's some guys right around him you could pivot off of, and he's overpriced and still moderately high. I got to give him gotta give him some head chalk. Let's see. Steven Yeager, once again, he's right there. He's somewhere between okay and We're just gonna give him because I'm a dick. Hold on, I gotta do the noise. And then lastly, anytime Patrick Rogers on, I should make a new category called dumb shit chalk. Because anytime you play Patrick Rogers, you're a dumb shit. There you go. There's the answer. I'm kidding. I love Patrick. Now I'm gonna play him because I feel bad for that. Okay. So Patty Rogers at 13.9%. Honestly, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. It's okay, Junk. All right, there you go. That's ownership. If you want to see all the ownership, I got all I think there's 144 players in this field. I have it all. It's over on the Discord. Come check it out if you want. Hey, new guy, if you've been around this long, do me a favor. Go like and sub. I passed 1,700, smashed through it this weekend. Well on my way to 1,800, and I am about to be at 3,200 over on Twitter. So that means I'm going to have 5,000 followers combined soon, and I'll have done it in less than 6 months. And I'm going to do a big giveaway with some sponsors who have been winning a lot of money, and they want to support the cause. So if they want to help me grow, fucking more power to them. So let's do it, you motherfathers. So if you know, just do me a favor. Go like and sub. Maybe tell a friend. Hey, this guy's okay. Check him out one time. Let's get over to the model, right? The model, some things I looked at here. It's kind of a weird course. Of course, you always want to look at approach and ball striking just recently, just to see who's kind of been hitting the ball well. But you also got to make sure you're not pulling stats from like July. We want to see guys who've been playing well here in the fall. I do think the course is going to be soft, so I put an emphasis on that. I really like good drives because I don't think finding the fairway is that important, but I think being able to find a green in regulation off of your drive is important, and that's what Greens and Regulations does. They have Bermuda greens, so I put a lot of emphasis on putting on slow Bermuda greens because that's what they have out there. It'd be weird if they went to Bermuda and they had bent. Am I right? They better have Bermuda greens. Short courses, I want to know who plays short courses well. I think around the green, actually the greens are not that easy to hit here. The greens in regulation is lower than most courses, so I put a little around the greens in there. And I did some course history. Who's number one in the model? Mark Hubbard. And it's not just that he's number one in the model. He's good at literally every category I looked at. Maybe that's why I don't want to make him donkey chalk, so I could justify playing him. I just don't want to call myself a... I don't want to do it. But man, Mark really jumps off. Uh-oh. Look who else the model loves. Old Patty Rogers. But can I just tell you about Patrick Rogers? I mean, if you want a course where guys got to stick it, look at this. He's so bad at approach. He is just so bad at approach. For a long time. I guess he could figure it out. But like when I think of courses that Patrick Rogers, he's so good off the tee. He putts well on any course. So I guess I would rather just see his biggest weapon, his driver, be used better. Let's see. The other guys that the model really loves, Adam Schenk, just been ball striking the hell out of it. The most ironic last name of anybody who's been ball striking the hell out of it. Chesson Hadley is number 2 in the model. Anytime Chesson Hadley is number 2 in your model, you need to be asking yourself, why am I playing golf this week? Why am I doing PGA DFS? I should just do more NFL lineups this week. Incredibly number 2 in the model. Ryan Armour, short hitters who hit fairways and greens and putt okay on Bermuda are going to kill it this week. Ben Griffin, very good in the model. You can see all of it here. You just got to be careful with model statistics because there's no shot link. There's no shot tracker at this course. And when there's no shot tracker, we're just kind of guessing. I mean, if you don't know the truth about statistics every week and models, I got my model. Everybody's just guessing, right? Well, this week we're guessing even more because we just know who has performed well here and not why or how they performed well here, right? Was it their irons? Was it their off the tee? Was it around their green? What was it that made the guys who did well do well? So what I'm really looking at is I want to see guys who are particularly good at certain things, right? Everybody wants to go play Denny McCarthy. Look at that. He's a great Bermuda putter. He's great on soft courses. He is great on short courses. He is a tremendous slow putter. He's a good putter at anything. He has good course history. He checks every box. How could you not play Denny McCarthy? I know. He's Denny McCarthy. It's pretty simple. I'll just go play Thomas Dietrich or Adrian Maronk. Adrian Maronk's literally going to be, I would guess, somewhere between 1/3 to 1/2 the ownership of Denny McCarthy. If you think he is 2.5 times more likely to beat Denny McCarthy, you send me a bet. Give me 2.5 to 1 odds, and I bet in the moneys you won't. I thought Aaron Rai was going to be popular. He already has the 2 gloves on, so the club's not going to slip out of his hands when they're playing in the rain. So he's got that going for him. Aaron Rai was one of the first guys I thought of. I love when there's a guy that I like, and I assume they're going to be chalky, and they're not. Some other guys that are interesting. Adam Long. I love. Here's my narrative this week. Give me the old PGA Tour veterans. Give me the Adam Longs, the Adam Shanks, the Nate Lashleys, the Vaughn Taylors. Give me all those slappies that have been on the PGA Tour. This is where they get to be Rory for a week, right? At this tournament, they're Tiger Woods, okay? So I really like that. I really like those guys. Let's see if there's Callum Tarrant. You want to play Callum Tarrant? How about this? How about you just go play Austin Eckroat? He's the exact same player with the exact same upside. It'll be 1/3 the ownership. You're welcome. Just go play EVR because EVR, we know at least he kind of been garbage for a while, but at least we know he can play. Callum Tarrant, we're doing a lot of projecting. Anybody else? Don't forget about old Marty Joe. Get off your boy Josh. I'm sorry, Joseph Bramlett. The Smotherman's right there. Lucas Glover. I heard his wife didn't come. You got to be interested in that. CT Pan is a better golfer than all these motherfathers down here. I don't get some of this pricing. I don't get why Vaughn Taylor is, 6,700, whatever the hell he is. Like, this is the price you normally play for Brian Stewart, and this is the price you normally play for Vaughn Taylor in real fields. So if he's 6,600 this week in this garbage field, like, why am I paying 6,600 for him in other fields? If this Augusto Nunez guy, he's a dude that, he's kind of an up-and-coming Corn Ferry Tour that's let everybody down. This just seems like a week he pops. Soon You'll Know is a horrific putter, except on Bermuda and slow. Soon You'll Know. I usually call him Team Soon You'll Know Putt, but he can actually putt on these greens, so he has my interest. Cody Gribble is really interesting. Don't play C. Young and think you're getting Cam Young, the little hobbit / leprechaun. No, this is Carson Young, so don't do that. Akshay Bhatia is here. Everybody wants to believe in him, myself included. Anybody else? I think that's it. I'm not going to go over all of them. The one guy I'm definitely playing this week is S.H. Kim. Why? Because I just like him. He screwed over my big lineup last week. You could see I had him over here. I had him in my. I just threw this the contest that I wanted. This is what I just had in my single entry. So he was in there, and that lineup legit was like making a big run in the $200, but it just couldn't get there when you had Smalley and S.H. Kim both tanking it. If just one of them got there, and I could have got Rahm or Horschel or Fleetwood to win the tournament, that would have been rolling in the $200 single entry, but it didn't. So it didn't. And the one guy I am definitely not playing. If you don't know that I am definitely not playing Denny McCarthy, you don't know your head from your ass. Because Denny McCarthy at over 20% in this field at 10,400, you know what? I'm gonna let Paulie handle this one.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. Sorry. What's the counter at? I can't even see it. I got the chat over it. $17. Fuck that. Okay. So I think that's it. If you don't know, I just want to give a quick shout out to all my patrons. They're the reasons there's no ads on these videos. The reason I can about to move my editor full time, and the reason that I have continued to grow. So thank you to all these motherfathers. If you're interested in joining, it's a great community. I do extra content for them, and more than anything, it supports the cause. So I appreciate all those people. Also, I'm over on Twitter. Give me a follow over there. New guy, and feel free to reach out. Some of these people in this industry take themselves way too fucking serious. I don't do that. I try to give thoughtful answers to anybody that has questions and wants to know anything. So reach out to me. I'll do the best I can to respond to you in a timely, thoughtful manner. That's it, man. Let's get over to some questions. I'll be answering the questions. Don't forget, get a question mark in there, and then I am going to do the little drawing at the end of the questions, right? And that will be who gets to challenge me for the fuck counter. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Right up to $20. Let's go. Okay. Will there be Showdown Hoedown this week? David Hernandez asked. Probably not. Well, there will be for the Discord, but they're probably not for YouTube. Just nobody watches it. I can't even get people excited for a week long. You think they're going to play Showdown? Get out of here. Get out of here, Dave. Michael, made it to the live stream. M. Skillet in the house. Let's go, you motherfather. Christian Smith, the one and only D-Gen. Hoping for the best over there. Hey, Christian, you bloody Irishman. I appreciate you, brother. Been some good vibes coming. I'm sure. I know you're one of them. Nick, why you ever talk to us old guys? Nick, I talk to you all the time, you old motherfather. Let's see. What's up, Zach? Complex Kid. Cool dough to me. Okay. Double. What's up, motherfathers? All right. Here we go. Christian, first question. 100% Dietrich this week. Too crazy? Honestly, no. At a weird field like this, I really like the idea of diving in 100% on a guy. Like, there's 3 guys that are right now in my pool that I might play 100% of this week. All right. Well, if I only play one lineup, of course they're going to be in all of them. But I'm pretty sure with those overlays, I'm probably going to go throw some in that Snowman tournament. So I'll probably have some lineups. And yes, I am warm to playing guys 100%. And I like to play them at 100% in a tournament like this versus other ones. Do I have a great reasoning for that? The only answer is I think a guy like Thomas Dietrich is objectively probably a better golfer than almost everybody else here. Yes, you're paying a premium as he's the most expensive golfer. But if I'm going to get him at 16% and I really feel like I have an edge on him, I want to maximize that edge as much as possible. If I play him 50% of my lineups, yes, I'm getting 3 times leverage on him. But you know what's better than 3 times leverage? 6 times leverage. So I'll just play him in 100% of my lineups. I'm warm to it, Christian, but only if you love the guy, right? There's only 3 guys I'm considering. I wouldn't do it with Dietrich, but I'm considering and doing it with 3 other guys. So if you love Dietrich, you go play him. You marry that motherfather. Brant, the fuck counter is activated. That's right. You almost got me to say it, you motherfather. Can you please put your phone on silent? Wait. Do you think the little beeping whenever the F counter goes off, you think that's my phone? What are we talking about here? Jeff, what are you talking about? That's the fuck counter. That's the fuck counter. Maybe I'll get him to turn it. Hey, editor, this guy wants you to turn it down next time. Jeff does. All right, Delbert, who do you think gets steamed tonight? Oh, man, great question, Delbs. Delbs with the A+ question. Honor student right there. Who is going to get steamed tonight? Trying to think. I don't want to show my ownership off to everybody. It's probably going to be somebody who, probably Hubbard. Probably Hubbard, because I'm so excited that I'm actually going to get to play him at less than 20%. People are going to realize that Mark Hubbard is a better golfer than these other guys up there, and he should probably be higher owned. So there you go. There's my answer. Mark Hubbard's going to get steamed tonight. And it probably doesn't help that I've been steaming him a little bit. And this is the last show that, like, the 25 people that are going to play this week are actually watching. Michael says, Rooney. That's right. Let's go, man. Thank you. Thoughts on Shank? Like him a lot. Like him a lot. And believe it or not, his ownership is not deal breaker high, Jeremy. So I like that. Someone say voodoo. I always say voodoo. All right. I have a pet tortoise. How do you feel about those? I love every animal, Nick. Like, the only animal on this earth I don't like is humans. Brandon McNeil. Good evening from Canada, you motherfather. Brandon, I don't know if I recognize your name, but I love the Canadians, brother. Hey, sorry. Appreciate you being here, man. I'm doing well. Thank you. Doing a lot better than I was last night. I can tell you that, you motherfather. Mr. Wake Up. Wholesome plus based. I don't know how wholesome I am, but I'm a based motherfather. I'm so based, I never actually have been tagged. Okay. Let's see. Joanne, good luck this weekend in golf. You know what? Because you not played me yet. Hey, Joanne, I'm about to do the thing here for the old F counter. Let's see if we can get in there. Oh, there's the contest link. Yeah, if you want, look at my editor doing his work. Hop in there. Free chance to win a $20 ticket. It's free. Just whatever lineup you have, just go throw it in there. It's free. It's not like I'm fucking selling your email to somebody. So, I'm an FNG. I'm an FNG. Does it make me a moron? I don't know what FNG stands for. I have no idea. I'm sorry. The commish. I like that name, by the way. William Everett, do you think that the industry narrative is for this week? What do you think the industry's narrative is for this week? Man, another great question. First of all, William, is there even enough content this week for the industry to have a narrative? That would be my first one, right? And the second one is I think that everybody thinks that this is going to be a putting contest is something that I've heard, and probably why somebody like Denny McCarthy and Mark Hubbard are getting steamed up a little bit more than the others is because those guys are both good putters. That's really the only narrative I've heard, right? There's really not any great narratives this week. It's a weird course. It's a really weird course. Distance really seems to not make much of a difference here. You have slow Bermuda greens, and there's going to be tons of storms, and it's going to be soft conditions. So it's really tough to get a read on this course this week. So I don't know if I answered your question, but there it was. British accents in Bermuda. Is it really? Bermuda, they got bloody British accents, those bloody wankers. Never much cared for them. No, I didn't. Jason, would you play a 20K Rory in this contest? Wow, what a question. So if you play 20K, that would leave you 30,000 left over for your other 5 spots. So no, because then you'd literally have to play 5 min-price guys exactly at 6,000 to even fit that in. Now, would I play a $16,000 Rory? Probably. You know, I often think, what would Tiger Woods have been back in his prime? Like, legit, if DraftKings was around when Tiger was, like, literally winning, like, every other week, he would have had to have been, I'm not kidding, $15,000 just on a normal week. Because, like, if you know a guy is 50% to win, you almost have to price him up at 14 or 15,000 just to justify that win equity, right? So, and basically, if Rory played in this field, he would be like Tiger was in his prime, right? He would just be he would legit probably be like, what, 3-1 favorite? Maybe 2.5 to 1? I don't know. I don't do tons of golf betting, but that would be my guess. Look at Nick with a super chat, my man. Thank you. I have a feeling that, let's see, maybe it says it down here. I bet that is for the super chat is from Nick. If I know Nick, yeah, that's for my girl Rooney. I appreciate it. The lady appreciates it. If we get about 100 more of those, we'll break even on the week. I really appreciate you, Nick. Every little bit helps. I'd be a millionaire if it wasn't for my animals, but I don't give a fuck because without them, I wouldn't even want to be alive. Sometimes you just gotta pay for what makes you happy. All right, Brandon McNeil. When the field is as weak as this, do you typically lower your player pool or keep it pretty standard across all tournaments? Yeah, matter of fact, Brandon, if I do anything, I like to get a couple more sprinkles on tournaments like this, right? Because when there's all these players are relatively equal and there's not a huge difference between the $6,500 guy and the $8,500 guy, sometimes I'll even make my player pool, like if I do 100 lineups, 150 lineups, I'll do 25 players. At a tournament like this, I'm warm to even doing 28 players. Just give me a little bit more sprinkle of 3 more of those punts that I like, because a guy at 6,500 this week is so much more live than they are other weeks. So much more live. A guy at 6,500 winning this week would shock literally no one. I mean, not all the $6,500 guys are the same, but like there are guys down there that are definitely good enough to win this tournament. Like definitely good enough. So if anything, it actually makes me just want to get it's like the fat chick at at Golden Corral at the dessert place. Ooh, I'll try one of these, and ooh, one of these, and ooh, one of these, and that's how I am. That's how I get when I'm at these fields. I'm like, ooh, 6,300 by Akshay Bhatia. Ooh, covered in chocolate. Sorry, I'm thinking of the fat lady again. Not that he's covered. I mean, if he was covered in chocolate, it's not a negative. Are you throwing weather waves out the window? So I kind of answered this earlier, Carl. If I play weather, with all the rain, I don't want to get it wrong like I did at the Players. So I'm probably going to do some complete PM/AM stacks, some complete AM/PM stacks, and just keep those kind of segregated. And then maybe have some where I have players from both waves, because you don't know if there's a rain delay and now the morning wave becomes the afternoon wave. And then the next day, that afternoon wave is now the morning wave. And you've completely guessed everything wrong and got it wrong. That's where I'm at. Thanks again, Nick. Matt, didn't expect to come on here and cry about a dog. Hey, Matt. Don't worry, brother. You're not the only one that's been crying about the Rooney this week. Just know that big lady, she loves food, and she hadn't eaten in 2 days, and she finally came out of the air tank, and we were feeding her, and she was scarfing it down. The big lady was scarfing it down. And to me, maybe this isn't the most like scientific thing to say, but when my dogs have an appetite, that's all I care about. I just want to see them, especially her, because she loves some food. And if she wasn't excited about food, then I wonder, like, does she even want to be alive? It'd be like me turning down like some my lady's food. If you ever see me not wanting to eat my lady's food, you know it's probably time for me to go. Okay, Impatrini, is this the week you can double down double studs? Absolutely. Matter of fact, my original build I think was like Hubbard, Seamus Power, and SH Kim. I tripled up there, right? Because there's some guys down in the 6Ks that are very appetizing to me. Like I started looking, I'm like, what is the difference between this guy at 6,400 and this guy at 7,700? And I was like, oh, I know the answer. There's not one. That's the answer. Why is Ben Griffin getting so much play? He's been. I think his last tournament out. Let me see, Rich. I don't want to talk out of my ace here. I already do that enough, brother. Let's see. Ben Griffin. His last tournament out, I think he ball struck the crap out of it. Look at that. 2 straight rounds of really great approach, and he's actually solid around the green, and his off the tee has not been great, but that is kind of minimized at this course. So the narrative exists. All right, Brock. Let's see. Who even is Joseph Bramley? He's actually a pretty good player, Jason. Don't poo-poo him, right? He's a pretty legit player. I've played him numerous times. He's a bomber, but I think of him more as a bomb and gouge kind of guy. I don't think of him as a resort course kind of guy, but I mean, you know what? The way Chalk's hitting, just know he's got T3 at worst in him this week. What is a Moronk? I believe that is a European badass that's going to win this tournament. Griffin stats popping. Yes, they are, Carl. There you go. On John Daly this week? Yeah, no, I would not play John Daly. John Daly is going to be the leader after, 6 holes, and then he's going to fade away. John Daly can still hit some golf balls, but that body just can't hold up for 72 holes, especially if it's going to be stop and go. All right, Brock says, with the weather, strength of field, softer conditions, and short overall distance of the course bring putting competition, or just around the greens, or am I off? As you saw, I did around the greens, and I put more weight on putting this week than I ever do, because the putting on this course is always slow, and they're Bermuda, right? And Bermuda, once again, I'm no grass expert, but essentially it's bumpy as hell, and it rolls a lot different than Bent and Paspalum, and what the hell's the other one? The other one. So there you go. So yes, I really like focusing on that. I do. Give me some guys throwing some irons, and then a good short game. Hey, that sounds just like Denny McCarthy. Oh, shit. I'm going to lose all the money. Brett, is it finally that week that Harry Higgs victoriously rips his shirt off? Well, as a guy that looks a lot like Harry Higgs, I kind of hope so. Need to have a Harry contest and play both Harrys. I like Harry-O more than I like Harry Higgs. Wow, good jumping, chat. John Daly, Stoneman punt. I can't do it, Matt. I feel like at some point you're just getting too cute. What happened to this week's F counter money? Yeah, that's a good point, Imp Training. I think I'm just gonna keep it. I feel like $20 a week is pretty good. I feel like that's pretty good. Maybe once the real golf season gets back, January, February, and we start getting hundreds of people back in the stream, maybe we'll start rolling it over or something. But right now, I got a lot of expenses, brother. We need to put him in the bathroom. Drop the sound from Bronx Tale. We need to put him in the bathroom. Drop sound from Bronx Tale. Lost. See, this is what happens when I try to go get caught up on chat, and he's probably referencing something I said 30 minutes ago. Is the Gim Reaper going to reap the Bermuda? Man, I love Gim. I'm a Doug Gim dude. No one plays more Doug Gim than this guy. I love Doug Gim. Why don't I love him this week? I don't know. Why don't I love you, Doug? Let's see. I can't find him, so let's just go search by Doug real quick. Doug. Where you at, Dougie? But, by the way, these are not in alphabetical order. What a website. Might be switching. Might have a new partnership. It's in the. Oh man, he's such a terrible Bermuda putter. Goodness. Oh my God. Yeah, I think. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I want to see Doug Gim. Like, this is why I used to always play Doug Gim. Look at these irons for such a long period of time, and now look at him. Like, this isn't just like a bad spot. This is like a fucking trend. So there's that. Dumping my son's college fund and the Butterfield Showdown. Hey, that's how you do it. You got time. You got time to get that back if it doesn't go well. Can we get a final overlay update? Yeah. Let's see. I would say. Let's see. Right now it is 7:41, so we are 10 hours. This one, the $20 is not going to overlay. I don't think it's going to get right at the. It needs to get to 15,000. It will get to 15,000. It might not fill, but it will not overlay. Your only chance of an overlay is the 888, unless you go look at some weird things like round one showdown, tiers, and like things like double ups. Right? Maybe you might be able to go over here to 50/50s and double ups. This $5 one right here might not fill, so that could be a good way to get in there also. Any thoughts on Kevin Yu? Yeah, you should play him. I like him. Grayson Sig makes all the sense in the world as a pivot. I hate his price. He's overpriced. But you know what, Zach? Sometimes playing an overpriced guy is just the right thing. Lunchable connoisseur. Any outrights you feeling? I feel Mark Hubbard. I don't know what his number is. I don't get to really bet golf in my state, and it's such a pain in the ass because we have to bet on sketchy websites that I don't get to do it much, but I would bet him, especially if you can get him 20 to 1 or more. I feel like that's a really good number. Even Dumpy Bo is too elite for this tourney. You know it's a sad day when you can't get Dumpy Bo on the grounds. How you feeling about Higo these days? Still hit or miss. I see that he has I got him coming in at pretty good ownership, and he's priced up. So, I'm just going to play that he's going to, this is going to be the +8 week from him, not the -27 week from him. Ooh, winning score. Well, seeing it's only going to be 54 holes, I'm going to say -12. Brandon McNeil, appreciate the answer. First time commenting. Makes so much sense on not recognizing my name, but watching the emergency streams hoedown since you started. Hey, Brandon. Thanks, brother. You'll see more of me for sure. Well, cool. Make sure you throw a question mark in there. Winning scores -15, the commish says. I mean, if they play 4 rounds, that's probably a pretty good guess. All right, let's do this drawing real quick. Exclamation point. Winner. And this is the person that gets to play me in the contest tonight for, how much did I get the F counter up to? $25. My God, man. My God. Come on, bot. Shoot me out a winner. Editor, it's not working. You better hurry up, editor, and make this work. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Wait, that's Brandon. Look at that. His first time commenting, and he wins. Now, wait. That makes me think that makes it. Hold on. Did you screw it up? I got to try this again. I'm just wondering if, no matter what I do, it just always keeps picking the last person to comment. Seems sketchy. He's in here. He's over here trying to fix it real quick. Oh, there was 30 eligible. Okay. So there was 30 people eligible for it. All right, that's cool. So 30 people had left a comment with a question mark. So he legitimately won. New guy, Brandon. Congratulations. Jeremy, I'm sorry. I'll tell you what, Jeremy. I feel like an asshole now for drawing your name. Jeremy, if you want, I'll do a $5 ticket with you tonight, man. Just shoot me a DM on Twitter after this. and we'll do it. I feel like an asshole. Hey, wait. How many fucking winners are there? Has won the giveaway. Now it says Lunchable Connoisseur. What is going on? All right, the editor is a hot mess. You know what? You know what I'm saying to the editor right now?
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. All right, I think that's it. I think I got to go, guys. Nick, thank you again for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Rooney appreciates it. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you being here. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope you kick ass. Don't forget, tell a friend about me. Reach out to me on Twitter if you ever have any questions. I don't take myself as serious as a lot of the assholes in this industry. So go ahead and do that. Good luck this week, guys.